everyone. First of all, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. I took a little bit of time off from recording because I was very, very busy, as I'll go into. And also my girls were on vacation from school, they still are, so I decided to spend some time with them doing some things. Um, Christmas here was pretty hectic. This December into January is my busiest training period. It's my base building block. It's the end of it. I was training up to 10 plus hours a day. By the time you factor in, say, riding my bike to the pool and coming back, I was training 13 hours a day. So basically, I was zonked all the time, walking around like a zombie. I was talking to my coach. He was like, living on a razor's edge. And luckily, I didn't fall off the wrong side of the razor. I'm still here. And so where am I in my training? As I say, my base building is coming to an end, so we're starting to do more pace work now. I'm doing a lot of, especially the runs, are more higher intensity. So I'd throw in blocks at race pace. After I'd complained for so long about the base building being too slow, the actual race pace is much higher. My long runs, the shortest long run is 4 hours on a Friday. Usually it can go up to 5.5, I think, coming up. And I always do those outside. So I kind of just go off feel. I set an alarm on my watch to make sure my heart rate doesn't go too high, and I think I've been pretty good keeping in the heart rate range. So that's a lot more entertaining than spending 4.5 hours on a treadmill. So coming up this Monday, I was checking my plan. It's called Taper Swim 1, so officially the start of taper. That would be a 6-week into taper, but it's a slightly different taper because I still have some huge sessions. The main difference is that I'm going to have some days off. So I haven't had a day off since September. I've had training every day. I took, I think, 3 days off by choice when our family went for a vacation to Las Vegas. I took Christmas Day off. I only missed an interval session, a 45-minute interval, so that's not a huge loss there. But apart from that, I haven't had a day off since September, and I think next week I've got Wednesday off. Thursday is a race simulation for 70.3, so basically I do a 70.3, and then I've got my MRI at night time. But apart from that, it's going to start winding down. I'm still going to have huge sessions, but it's going to have rest days thrown in, and the swimming training is going to be a bit shorter. The recovery swims, for example, I think they cut from 3,200 down to 2,500 yards. But where have I been? So I've actually been sick. Today's my 8.5 hour ride with a 45-minute run. I was not able to do it because there's a vicious bug going through our house. So started with my daughter. She was complaining of stomachache and I started vomiting and so on. And then for myself, I was in the pool yesterday. I had 4,000 continuous. I always convert it to meters. So the coach prescribes 4,000 meters, so 4,000 meters is 4,400 yards, so I do 4,400 yards, so it becomes the 4,000 meters and meets the Training Peaks criteria. I was about 1,000 meters in, and my stomach started to feel really, really queasy. Like, I'd had oats and coffee, iced coffee with milk, not milk, creamer, and I could just, like, your core rotates when you swim. I could just feel this food sloshing from side to side as my core was rotating with the swim. It felt seedy as hell, and by 1,000 yards, I was literally like looking, where is the closest bathroom, because I'm going to have to leap out this pool and go and vomit. I managed to hold it together, complete the swim without vomiting, and I got home and I think it was bit over 3 hours, 110 kilometers on the bike. That's basically the tie the leg day. And then we had to go and get some passport photos done in New Jersey for our visas, and my daughters wanted to get one of those Build-A-Bear things, so we went to the mall, and I started to realize I was behind in my calories and my drink, my fuel, so I started to get a bit hungry, and by the time that happens, it's too late, and so I just wanted to get something just to last me till I get home, because I knew I was not going to be well that night. So we ended up having dinner there. Came back, and I went to bed early, about 8 o'clock, because I was just gassed. I'd set the alarm for 4:30 to get on the bike at 5. Woke up about 12 and just projectile vomited everywhere, like a fire hose. My mouth could not open wide enough. It was coming, vroom, about 8 huge projectiles and out my nose, and I felt absolute shit, and my everywhere just ached and ached and ached. My back, my glutes, my quads, my hamstrings, and I just felt like terrible. Like I could barely get back to my bed from the bathroom. So I thought, there's no way I'm getting up at 4:30. Cancelled that. Woke up this morning, still felt like trash. So I took a handful of naproxen. Took the dog for a walk outside to get some fresh air. Starting to come around now, so I think I'm going to do maybe an easy 3 or 4 hours on the bike. Not just to spin it out, hopefully, so that the blood flow can improve my muscles, because I've got a long run tomorrow. I'm hoping to get back on track by tomorrow, but I don't want to do, as I've mentioned in other videos, I err on the side of caution these days. I'm not going to push it. If it doesn't feel right, I'm stopping right away. And then we'll get the run done tomorrow, hopefully. Which is also the last day of school holidays. So I think we're going to Sesame Place, or which is a theme park, like for rides, but with Sesame Street characters. But apart from that, my training now winding down, and I got one huge session left. That's the 11 hours on the bike, followed up with a 5.5 hour run. Once I get through that, it's done. And I'm going to actually, my crew, I have my good friend Amy and her husband Jimmy, are going to be my crew for Ultraman. And Amy's a real planner. She's been bugging me forever to let's meet up and work out logistics. And I haven't done it because they haven't released the courses yet, the run and ride course. I'm a planner as well. I want to plot especially the bike course. I want to plot where they're going to stop and food and stuff like that. I have been making checklists, so what I'm going to do in my videos going forward, I'm going to start looking at the logistics and everything that's involved and how I'm going to plan that, because it's kind of boring just to watch me sit on a bike or run. So a lot more logistics coming up. I'm going to be driving my car from Philadelphia to Orlando, which is roughly, according to Google Maps, a 15-hour drive. I haven't decided if I'm going to do half, sleep, and then do the other half, but Amy was down there for Christmas. Her family lives there. Her sister's letting me stay with her. And so she said it was really humid, which is going to be a huge problem for me. I do not do well with heat. So if that is the case, I'm going to bring it forward. I was going to go down and get there on Tuesday. I'll change that and I'll get there on Sunday just to give me an extra 2 days to hopefully do some sort of adjustment. But for today, 3 or 4 hours on the bike, I think. Run tomorrow. And going forward, start some of that planning. Thanks for following me on the journey. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that subscribe button. You'll be my favorite subscriber if you do. And have a happy new year.